What's up guys, I'm Fire, and now that Naval Strike has been out for a pretty decent amount of time, I wanted to play Naval Strike a little bit more just so that way I can get a better impression before I make an honest review about it. Just so that way I've seen at least most of what it has to offer, rather than just getting my first impression. So what I wanted to do for this review was break it up into 3 different categories: map design, features, and performance. First, I'll start off with map design. As far as I'm concerned, these maps look great, they play great, they are the best maps that I've seen for Battlefield 4 as far as map design and beauty, because there's different types of obstacles and structures they put in there that you don't see on the other maps, and these little details pretty much make up the map itself. Also, these maps are really great for both vehicles and infantry. Even Operation Mortar, for instance, is a heavy infantry based map, but it also puts a lot of emphasis on vehicle warfare as well, because of the fact that you have the LAV and the boats on the bottom, and jets and choppers that can get the guys that are going up to the top, where I like to call the castle, where you get into the tunnels, and where it also has those old cannons that my buddy XL loves to use all the time. But every time I get to use it, there's a huge learning curve in learning that old cannon. So if you ever get a chance to shoot one of those things, yeah, there's a lot of bullet drops, so you just gotta learn how to use it. But when you get that kill, it is so satisfying. But overall, all the maps are great for both balancing infantry and vehicle warfare, and I have to say that DICE did a great job at making these maps feel very well balanced as far as putting infantry and vehicles in the same map, rather than some of the other maps where it leans towards infantry or just leaning towards vehicle warfare. And it's because of that reason that I like how there's a balance and a mix between the two, so that way you don't have to all have to be engineers, for instance, trying to take out vehicles. You can be whatever you want and be able to play just as well on each map. Now, as far as the features are concerned and gameplay, it brings us a new game mode called Carrier Assault. It's just a new look into Titan mode back in Battlefield 2142. And this type of game mode is a blast. I absolutely love this game mode because it mixes Conquest and Rush together. Now, the whole point of the game mode is to capture each objective just like Conquest, and every time you capture a flag, then your enemy's carrier will be getting hit by missiles, which will go the same way as the enemy hitting your own carrier. Once it gets down to a certain percentage, then that way you'll go and breach the enemy's carrier, as vice versa on you. So once that happens, then it becomes a battle inside the carrier in order to take out 2 MCOM stations, just like Rush mode. Now, be warned, there's a lot of close quarters in there, so that is the one thing I don't like about it. But since it is 64 players, and also simultaneously you're going to be defending and attacking your carrier and the other carrier, while also taking care of the flags, the 64 players trying to get into one carrier doesn't really create a big problem. And that was the one little thing that I was a little bit worried about, but after playing for a bit, it wasn't a big issue. It really wasn't, because half the team will either be defending, attacking, and capturing flags all at the same time. So that was a good thing. Another cool thing is that it added a new hovercraft, which is awesome to use. It's a lot of fun. You can't shoot anything from it, but the only thing you can shoot is, well, your own gun that your passenger is using. But it's still a good way of transportation, and it's a lot of fun to be driving on land and also getting road kills here and there as well. Another thing I liked about it are the Easter eggs. Only the 2 Easter eggs that I've seen so far are the phantom voice, or whatever kind of creepy voice, whatever you want to call it, some kind of ghost or something inside one of the caves. And you also have a shark on Lost Islands. Right next to the airplane that's crashed onto one of the islands, you'll see a shark just swimming around. It may not be a giant megalodon, but it's close enough right now. You can't shoot it, and it also can't kill you. That's one of the things a lot of people are like, why? But I don't know. But yeah, you're not going to see a giant shark swim nearby on the Naval Strike unless no one has found it yet. But who knows, maybe DICE will eventually put it in. Who knows? We're still waiting for dinosaurs. Now we're waiting for a giant shark. Yeah, good luck with that one. Who knows? Maybe it was a fake. Okay, and the last thing, well, this is where all the bad stuff starts happening. And as far as performance goes, even though the maps are well designed and look great and are well balanced, the one thing I really did not like about it at all is the lag. The lag and the rubber banding are the two biggest things that really make this DLC just terrible. It's just very hard to play, and it just makes it very bad. And I can pretty much say for a fact that PS4 and the Xbox One have problems with the Naval Strike. I'm not sure about PC, I haven't heard much talk about it, but as far as I'm concerned, PS4 and Xbox One definitely have some lag issue, and rubber banding is bad. And you can even see in the video where I'm like running, stop, running, stop, running, stop, and it just gets so annoying, and to the point where I just do not want to play Naval Strike anymore. Even though I love the maps, I love how it plays, I love the new game mode, it's just a very painful to play sometimes, so which means I'm not going to play it, which means it just handicaps it. It just makes it hard to play sometimes, to a point you don't even want to play it. Today I actually played on a DICE test server on the Operation Mortar, and it worked great. So I'm having really high hopes as far as when the next patch comes out, fixing this rubber band issues, which DICE had stated on Battlelog that they were actually working on it. They haven't really stated when it'll be fixed, but eventually it will, and when it does, the maps will work great, they will play great, and will make the maps play the way that they were meant to be played. Not only will that happen, but it will also make Naval Strike an amazing DLC to play, just because of the amount of action and balance and just fun it has in there. The only thing that makes it not fun, of course, is the fact that the rubber banding just makes it difficult. Another little thing that I noticed playing Carrier Assault is that the AC-130 that the commander brings out is a monster. When I was playing on Lost Islands with XL, we were trying to take down this AC-130 that this gunship just kept killing everybody. And since there were no jets in Carrier Assault for Lost Islands, we had to resort to using a Stinger. However, the Stinger did not have the range in order to take out the gunship, so the gunship just kept killing everybody. Add that with the lag, it just made it a terrible experience to go through. It doesn't matter if you kept dying, it also mattered the fact that you could barely even move because your game just kept freezing and freezing while you're running. So that was the one problem that I really didn't like. However, XL did take it down using the straw, but overall, how many people on average are going to be able to do that? That's one of the things that was really a problem about it, but hopefully I'm wondering if DICE will ever fix that, or at least add a jet. I doubt it, but we'll just see what happens. But definitely the AC-130 is a monster on Naval Strike, for Carrier Assault that is. On Conquest it's not a big issue because you have the jets, but you can go up there and take it out easy on just maybe 1 or 2 runs, so it's not a big deal. But as far as Carrier Assault, it's a problem. But overall, I'm loving this DLC. I love it, and I just cannot wait to play more. But the only problem is the lag and rubber banding. Even though I can be having the best connection I can have and the best ping, it still will rubber band on occasion. Whenever you do not have any lag, enjoy it. It's a blast to play without lag, and I cannot wait until DICE finally gives us this update, so that way we'll be able to play it without the lag and enjoy it the way that it was meant to be enjoyed. But overall, I love this DLC. I hope you guys did too, and if you haven't downloaded it yet, you will not regret getting this DLC unless you really do not like naval warfare, because there are a lot of boats in there, so you just gotta watch out for those boats, and those things can be a monster. You just gotta be with a team and be with a squad and be with friends. If you're going as a lone wolf, good luck, because there's a lot of vehicles as well. But overall, guys, I enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.